Hello everyone, this is Sarah and today I'm here to present to you the fourth lesson in Introduction to CSS. Our plan today is to learn about padding and margins and of course implement it. This is a small example about the difference between margin and padding. Let's say we have some text. This is the text inside the blue box, and we have some div and it is represented by the red box, and we want to apply padding of 10 pixels to the div. What it will do, it will give us some internal space between the div and the text inside it, whereas the margin, so adding margin of 10 pixels, will add space between the red div and whatever is outside the div. So for internal space we add padding, and for external space we add margin. And we will see more examples in the implementation just right now. Let's go to our Notepad++. So first of all, we have the gamers.html file, which has normal HTML code with the title, the link to my style inside the style sheets folder. So here is my style. And we have two divs, my div 1 and my div 2. We have two paragraphs inside of each div, P1 and P2. Now let's look into my style sheet. We have the body. It has a background color purple. So this is the body. It will apply purple color to all of the HTML page. My div 1, which has a background color green, P1 of color yellow, my div 2 of color black, and P2 of color blue. And now we can see the result. Here we go. We have a purple background for all of the page. We have two paragraphs. One is in yellow and one is in blue. And we have two divs, one in green and the next is in black. Now we will start with adding margins. I already wrote them here, so let's try them out. We will uncomment margin 50 pixels and comment the rest. Ctrl S to save and refresh our page. As we can see, the first div, it shifted in all of the side, right, left, bottom and up, as it added margins of 50 pixels. If we right click and put on inspector, right click inspect, we will be able to see the difference. So let's select the div in here. And we can see that now we have margins of 50 pixels in all of the sides, which is up, bottom, left and right. And if we select it, we can see that it goes red to show us our external space. Okay, so let's try the other margins. Let's comment the first one. And just try the margin bottom and see what changes. Ctrl S to save, and let's refresh our page. We can see that the only margin or space left is in the bottom between the first div and the second div. If we go to our inspector, right click inspect, and to my div 1, so of course we can see the difference. Now margin is only written in the bottom. We no longer have margins in the left, right and top. And when we hover over it, we will have some red box that shows us that we only have margin beneath or on the bottom of div 1. So of course margin top will add margin in the top, margin left will add margin in the left, margin right will add margin in the right. I will leave you the space. Oh, come on, I will leave you some margin to try them out. What I will do now is comment all of these and go back to margin 50 pixels. Ctrl S to save, refresh, and here we go. Now we are going to see the padding. So I will uncomment padding in here and leave the rest commented. Padding of 50 pixels will add padding of 50 pixels to my div 2. And now if I refresh the page, we can see how inside of div 2 we have some additional space of 50 pixels in the top, 50 pixels in the bottom, and 50 pixels in the right and in the left. Now if we go to inspect, on my div 2, we can see that inside of the padding, I have now 50 pixels in each of the sides. And I can see how it is colored in green, and we can see the difference between the margin and the padding here. Okay, and same concept for the padding and the borders and the margins. We can have each of them separately, so padding top, padding bottom, and padding right and left. Okay, so let's try padding bottom just for the purpose of demonstration. And now we can see that only padding at the top was added. Okay, and of course bottom, right, left, each will be it works the similar way, but just for different sides. Okay, so that was all for this lesson. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, comment, and send us your reviews. We really care about your opinion. And see you in the next lesson.